Hello, YouTubers. I'm coming to you from the parking lot at my work. So, since I've started this whole reboot thing, I did want to kind of maybe give a little more details. So, let's just start out with numbers. My original highest weight that I'm aware of was 330 pounds. Then I went to the bariatric clinic. I started using my Fitness Pal. I went to an orientation at the bariatric clinic. At that time, I weighed 322, I believe. And I think that was my starting weight on my Fitness Pal. And generally, I go from that as my starting weight. But I definitely was over 330 pounds. I stopped buying jeans after they got to the 26, 28 size and started wearing stretchy clothes and tracksuits and stuff like that. Way back when that was my size. So, anyways, my lowest weight after weight loss surgeries, counted on my Fitness Pal, was 188. But I do remember seeing 185. I just must not have logged it. Maintained it. I think I said the other day for 4 years, but I think it was more like 3.5 years. Or not, between the loss and I was maintaining it. Then I went up slightly to like the 190s for a little while, but I was still okay. And that probably stayed around 190s, whatever, until I left my job working with adults with disabilities, which was pretty physical. During that time, working with adults with disabilities, oh God, there's a fly flying around. Is that this window? Fly away, fly. Anyways, lost my train of thought. I tweaked my back out while working with adults with disability, and I was put on restrictive for quite some time. So, there was no gym, nothing. I lived on the 3rd floor of where I was living, but I moved to a 1st floor, mobile home, technically, that I rent. So it's all one level. I did move, and I left that more walking around physical job, as I stated in the previous video. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease in my lower back. I've also chronically had lower back pain since I was a small child. I think it stems from carrying a book bag around school. You know what? I'm still carrying a backpack with either 1 or 2 laptops for work. So, it is. I believe that a lot of my back pain will go away when I build core strength. So anyways, I'm jumping here. I gave the highest weight, lowest weight. There was a buildup of weight to when I had surgery last November. I weighed 230. Obviously I was not able to do things for a few weeks. Then I got the okay to go to the gym. My back had been feeling better. I started going to Planet Fitness, and I was doing 30-minute sessions to just get it out because I was limited on time, and I ended up with tennis elbow. So that went my Planet Fitness membership, and physical therapy started. And it basically took all of my insurance's awarded time for me to graduate from physical therapy on the tennis elbow. Technically, I guess it was occupational therapy. But either way, I don't have any more physical therapy time for a while for my back. So I spoke to my orthopedic that I was seeing for my elbow, It's the same place where I went for my back, but I saw a different doctor. This doctor suggested me getting into swimming. So, like I said in the previous video, as soon as I was able to swim, I started swimming. I put in my last video the current pictures and the before pictures in the beginning and the current pictures at the end. The current pictures are from June and July. So, in July, I lost 7.4 pounds. But I changed my shape, apparently, according to those pictures. So, that's a good feeling. Some of my pants that I couldn't get on, I'm getting on as well. So, I'm starting this re-journey and counting on my FitnessPal. Like I said, it goes from when I originally started. But starting from now, I'm counting 260, because it may have been a little bit before, but 260 is when I decided to call the bariatric clinic and go in for a long overdue follow-up. 260 is what she said. She said she wanted me to have an upper GI to make sure everything was still the way it's supposed to be. And I had to follow up with a nutritionist that I made the appointment, but she would have had me go to anyways the following week. Just in that 1 week, I lost 2 pounds. So the nutritionist is like, well, obviously the way you're eating, you've made up your mind and now you're doing okay. After the nutritionist appointment, I had the upper GI, and then I got the results. My sleeve stomach is still the way it should be for somebody who's 5 years out. So, no problems there. They wanted to make sure there was no stretching. I had told her that I could eat a bagel, just a plain bagel, if I didn't eat anything else. And she was like, how can you eat that? You have a restrictive surgery. But it's maybe not the whole bagel, but pretty close. So that's why she was wanting to check my sleeve size. Everything is the way it's supposed to be, except for I have a hiatal hernia. Again, I had that at my surgery too when they fixed it. But I have a hiatal hernia, which is causing some reflux. And they put me on Pepsid once in the morning, once at night. I was also taking turmeric because I heard that that helps with pain in general. So I think the turmeric might have been making me a little bit more acidy too. So I've eliminated the turmeric. I've started taking my vitamins more religiously again. Something that we should always do. I feel my skin's getting better. I'm drinking more water too. So anyways, here we go. I was 260 when I went for my follow-up. And when I went the week after for my nutritionist, I was 258. Can't give the exact dates. So this week, I weighed myself, and I was 251.4, which was, I think, 1.2 loss this week. And overall, since July 2nd, I've been like 260 since July 2nd, between the follow-up, the doctor's appointments, whatever. Since July 2nd, 260, we'll say. Or maybe it was June 29th. July 2nd is when I started going to the gym. I guess that's why the 260 is in my head. Either way, 260 is the number I'm starting with as this reboot number, and now I'm 251.4. So, here I go, back on my journey. This is almost a 10-minute video, which is mostly blabbing. I need to, write stuff down and be more accountable to what I want to do for videos. I want to say I've started rewatching weight loss surgery videos again. Some new people that I've never followed before. Trying to get on to some of the ones that I previously followed. I think that's inspirational. Going to Fit Club tonight, working out. And yes, I know, Fit Club sounds like Fight Club, and nobody talks about Fight Club. But guess what? Fit Club we can all talk about, because it's a good tool. Group training 2 times a week. This is my 3rd week. Tonight will be day 1, week 3. So, have a good day. I plan on trying to do weekly updates to keep track of my weight loss, any updates that I might have, and to keep myself accountable. So, if you're watching, thanks for watching. Have a great day.